What's up? So, got a chance to work with Dr. Travis Jewett on a special outside edition of MEATHEAD Mobility. Check it out. Dr. Travis Jewett works in the Midwest. He's from Iowa. Works with the Mobility WOD crew. Helps Kelly and those guys run some seminars and teach people a thing or two. So check out the video. All of this stuff's below, where you can find him, his information, his links and articles and things like that. So he's also a doctor, and so he's a lot smarter than me. And in this video he's going to work on trying to address the groin, which I don't even like talking about. It just stinks. The whole area is just basically ruined for me. It's just a tight cable knit of fibrous worthlessness. But anyway, I'm going to start trying to do these things that he's talking about. Maybe these can help you. I'm going to have some other people jump in, hopefully, and bring some more MEATHEAD mobility tips to you. Till then, cheers, and spread the hate.
Oh, here we are. Hey, sit down here for a sec. Dr. Travis Jewett, member of Mobility WOD staff, and I'm going to take you big, fat, meathead powerlifters and the like through a few things that I like to do to open up the hips and the groin especially. The hips are a massive limiter in all of your performance, big stiff hips. Also, the groin is that piece of the body that no one likes to talk to because it is vulnerable, it is uncomfortable, and you are so gross, ugly, and stiff there that you don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to take a piece of equipment that you probably have hanging around if you're a meathead. There's probably some kind of reverse hyper in a gym near you, or the gym that you work out at, or maybe even have one like I do, who knows. But I'm going to show you guys two of my favorite ways to open up the hips and the groin while using what you have at hand. This is more than a piece of equipment for just working on glute, ham, low back development. So, number one is just grabbing the handles here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my feet all the way against the sides of the reverse hyper. And the first thing I like to do here is just hold on tight and just, if you can see my legs, I just like to work on practicing that, boom, opening up that rotated position and using the reverse hyper as just a way to kind of block my feet from spinning as I'm just working on creating tremendous amounts of torque and rotation in the hips. That's the number one. Number two then is once I have, if you can see my legs, see how I'm creating that huge torque force, then I'm going to, boom, open up in that torque, grab the handles, and just start working on forcing myself down. There, can you see me? Boom. Where am I? There I am. So now I can keep those shins even past vertical and work on opening up deep into this low squat position, trying to keep that torso as upright as I can. Now I'm going to contract, so I'm going to push out my hips out as hard as I can, take a nice deep breath in, breathe out, relax, and just work on sinking deeper and deeper into this position. Notice how I've got my shins past vertical, and this helps me really push deep into those hips and open them up, okay? So that's number two. Third thing, hopefully you can see me over here. I'm going to put one leg on each side of this crossbar on the side of my reverse hyper. And I'm going to use the handles to pull myself in nice. Oh boy. Can you see me through there? Pull myself in nice and deep to it. And what I like to do here is check emails, read whatever I want to, and just spend tons of time in this position. So many of you aren't even going to get close to this. The idea is to bring those private parts to this bar if you can. But all I'm going to do is pull in tight, contract, relax, spend as much time as I need to here. Once I start feeling myself relax and my body can take full deep breaths in and out, I'm going to put my hands behind me, lift my butt, inch myself closer, grab onto the bars. You can drop your shoulders either away, doesn't matter. All we're going to do is accumulate time here and try and stay as active as possible. And if that means you can only do this for 2 minutes, so be it. I like to try and spend at least 10 minutes in this position, opening up this groin. That groin is a huge limiter. It has effect on the low back, the pelvis, the hip, the knee, so you need to be spending time here. And even if you don't even get close to this, it doesn't matter. Working towards a position is the most important thing. So make sure to stay active. You're not just hanging out on the meat. Contract, relax, work yourself into those corners, talk to these corners as much as you can. And I think that is 3 good ways to put this thing to use besides just what it's intended for. So if you've got one around, great. If you don't, you can figure out ways to do this. I like to use a door frame at home for this last piece with the groin. So take a look, try those places out, and see what you think.